Dude, this is actually insane right now. This neuroscientist just went before the US Senate and presented this data.
They had a Super Bowl commercial during the Super Bowl promoting this movie Disclosure Day, and I think that they was trying to tell us something.
Hey you guys, welcome back to another CzieReacts, where we watch the fun, weird, crazy, and interesting, and question everything. Real or fake, you decide. Let me know. Leave it in the comments below, because I will meet you there after the video. The video is for entertainment purposes only. I am so stoked. I just realized I have now doing over 200 videos, so that is freaking awesome. I just want to say thank you to everybody, to the members, to the subs, everybody who's been so interactive on the channel. Like milestones, I'm just so stoked. Oh, and if you see behind me, that side, I got a whiteboard. So on TikTok we do Pictionary nights. I'll do Pictionary nights on live, and we have so much fun. Small group of people I know, and then people that I don't know come in, and we have so much fun. And I have been told that I am the absolute worst drawer people have ever seen, like the worst. And I know I am bad. However, to be the best at being the worst at something, still winning. So I realized I haven't done any lives here with my subs, like a Pictionary night. So if you would be interested, I think that would be super fun. We always have such a good time. And again, fair warning, the guesses go on and on and on because I am that bad, but we have such a good time. It is so much fun. So let me know in the comments if that is something you guys would be into, because I do it over on TikTok, and thought, hey, why not do it over here on YouTube? So let me know. We are going to get into the video. It is for entertainment purposes only. So yeah, let me know. Did one of your clips make the cut? Let's find out.
Okay, I'm on a work trip and staying at the Marriott in California, and I left this morning at probably about 7 a.m. and just got back a minute ago. And the first thing I noticed was that my TV was on. Don't mind some of the mess in the background. And I'm like, that's weird. I didn't leave the TV on when I left this morning. And then I look a little closer, and this is what it says on the home screen. I got instant chills, looked around to make sure nobody broke into my room, and I'm just feeling pretty creeped out by it.
This user gave an update 2 hours later, and the television still read Epstein. Was this a glitch in their computer system? Was this a joke? How could this happen? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Unanswered Universe.
Called to a hunting cabin in the Luther area, and that hunting cabin had been mauled on the outside. A screen door had been torn off it. It had claw marks and teeth marks all the way around the door casing, all the way around a window casing. And the deputy sheriff who showed up out there brought a tape measure, and there were scratch marks that were over 7 feet tall. And the only tracks they could find in the dirt outside the cabin were dog tracks, and the DNR officer described those as the size of a pie plate. He'd never seen dog tracks that big. And we put that story on the air as part of our newscast, and the newspaper picked it up, and then they sent it to the Associated Press. They sent it all over the United States. From that point, it just catapulted into this phenomenon. We started getting requests from all over the world. How can I get a copy of this song?
In the late 1980s and early 90s, strange reports began surfacing all across Michigan. People were seeing a creature, tall, covered in hair, walking on 2 legs with the head of a dog or a wolf. A lot of those reports came from the area around Manistee National Forest, and over time, that stretch of woods would become known as Dogman country.
He had been called to a hunting cabin in the Luther area.
I totally thought they were going for a Bigfoot story, but the Dogman story gives me like the heebie-jeebies. I don't know. I guess they both should be terrifying, but the Dogman is like people swear by this, but I don't know how much footage, if any, people have of Dogman. If you know, let me know. Leave it in the comments.
There's an old Spanish saying that goes, never accept gifts from people you don't know. And after hearing this story I'm going to tell you today, you'll understand why. Today I'm going to tell you about Marisol. Marisol always thought it was strange that her neighbor on the first floor constantly offered her gifts. These items would constantly be food, cookies, even for one instance, a teddy bear. But Marisol would always politely decline. Oh, no thank you. Oh, that's sweet, but I won't use it. Oh, I appreciate it, but I can't accept it. And no matter what she said, the neighbor would always insist. One night, Marisol was taking out the trash, and as she tossed the bag into the dumpster and turned around, all of a sudden her neighbor was standing right behind her. Way too close. She could practically feel her breathing. And the neighbor, smiling, said, "Hey, how have you been? I haven't seen you in a few days." And Marisol explained she'd been working late hours, she wasn't really home much. Then all of a sudden, the neighbor said something pretty strange. "I know you don't like accepting gifts, and I don't understand why. I give them wholeheartedly, I swear." And something about the way she said swear made Marisol extremely uncomfortable. Marisol ended up laughing it off and said nervously, "You know what? Next time I'll take a gift from you. That way you can say you gave me one and I accepted it." And why would she say that? It could have been pressure, it could have been fear, or maybe because she was backed up against a dumpster with a woman in her face. And as soon as Marisol said that, the neighbor lit up. "Finally, you're going to take something from me." The next day, Marisol walked in after work, and before she could even unlock her door, the neighbor literally swung Marisol's door open. "Here," she said, "your gift." And keep in mind, Marisol expected maybe some more food or perhaps another stuffed animal. And instead, it was a mirror. The mirror was so large, it was practically Marisol's height. Then the neighbor smiled and said, "I've been wanting to get rid of this. I didn't want to throw it away. I thought this could be the gift. Perhaps it might open the door for more gifts." Marisol, hesitating, said, "It's really big. I don't even know where to put it." And after Marisol said that, the neighbor's tone completely changed. No, you said you'd take it." And reluctantly, Marisol did. And as she carried the mirror upstairs, something felt extremely off. Marisol recounts, visually the mirror looked like it weighed 5 pounds, but it felt like it weighed way more. And when she reached her front door to bring the mirror inside, it felt like something was blocking it. Like an invisible force wouldn't let the mirror fully enter. That alone should have been a red flag immediately. Marisol ended up leaving the mirror next to her door. The mirror didn't match her. There's an old Spanish saying that goes, never accept gifts from people.
I was in for that story time. I was there for it. What do you guys think was in the mirror or with the mirror? I don't think I wouldn't take a mirror. Although I have gotten mirrors from like the thrift store, but I've not had any issues. So I don't know, but what do you guys think about that story? I was there for that story. I wish it didn't stop.
Looks and tastes like the real thing, but doesn't get you in trouble. Welcome to Nickname Ninjas Volume 20. This from Samuel North, nickname from a boss who's a smart ass. He's just had a vasectomy. He's already got the nickname Christmas Tree because his balls are just for show. Give me your best up the wires. I would like to start with Kev Atkins, Just Juice, or Adam Cross, Cock Zero, or Mark Smith, the bloke with no yoke. Or this from Anonymous. The empty lake, all that space, but no one swimming. Another Anonymous, the starter's pistol, all bang, no projectiles. Carl Waddell, Nerf, because he's firing blanks. Aaron Munter, Mocktail, looks and tastes like the real thing, but doesn't get you in trouble. And this from Mark Smith, the Sackaroo, jumps around all day, but the pouch is empty.
Oh my God.
Sun-kissed, as he's all juice and no seed. Sugar-free, still got the load, just without the sugar. Darren McLeod, the empty ship, no semen inside. Friendly fire, because he can shoot whoever he wants. And the last one here from Owie Sadler, the Savloy, all pork but with no batter.
God, they're good. Mocktail looks and tastes like the real thing, but doesn't get you in trouble.
Oh my dude, I wish I had a better camera. Do you have a good camera?
Not really.
Look at this, my camera sucks.
Yeah, it's fuzzy.
Yeah, unless I go far away.
It's to stay still and push on the parts that aren't
Dude, that shit is fucking tripping me out.
That's a lot of smoke.
The phone doesn't even do it justice of what we're seeing.
Oh, there's another one.
Yeah, they're falling out of the sky. Look, that one's just sitting there.
This is like what I saw and posted a couple months ago, I think.
You still think that's a fucking flare?
I do.
Sitting there.
It's not sitting there. They're
And they
they're
split
coming
up
down.
and
Look,
then
at the very top.
directions.
Yeah.
Shit, it's a trick.
I saw, the ones I saw were way over the ocean.
Look at the sky, it's glowing.
Oh man, so I've seen these here over the ocean. I've posted a couple. And when I put on like night mode for taking a picture, it was so bright. It was like a daytime, literally like daytime, like it was the sun. So these, I call them orbs, split up and they'd come back together and they'd split up and do different directions. And then they'd completely go out and then they'd come back. I had somebody tell me, oh, that was car headlights. Well, I don't know any cars that drive over the ocean. Definitely not car headlights. We've seen them multiple times. I am excited for summer because we go down and do beach fires by the ocean. And we usually see a lot more in the summer. Probably just because we're not out as much during the winter. But what are they? I don't know. I just call them Orbeez. Let me know if you've seen them. They're just so crazy.
Ever wondered if the battle between good and evil is real? Then this is a story you'll want to hear because it deals with exactly that. This is Sandy's story, and it was submitted to Spooky Scary Storytime, which, if you're new here, is the series where we share listeners' allegedly true stories about the creepiest or most unbelievable things that they've ever experienced. And Sandy's story is a generational one. I think it's extremely interesting, and it starts with her great-grandmother, Eleanor. Eleanor was the great-grandmother on her dad's side, and she did know that she lived to 96 years old, and her dad and grandmother would always tell her stories about Eleanor and how she had special gifts. He was told that Eleanor was a very sweet woman who lived in Michigan throughout the entirety of her life. She was also apparently very devoted to the Episcopal Church. Eleanor had provided for her family through the Great Depression by reading tea leaves for the local community. She had been struck by lightning and survived twice in her life, and also had a strange habit of sleepwalking. Sleepwalking started innocently enough, with her being found in random places throughout the house, but eventually she would leave the house and be found all over town, often being brought back by the police in her nightgown. The habit became so frequent that, with Eleanor's permission, her great-grandfather began locking her in her bedroom at night and sleeping on the couch in the living room to make sure she didn't leave. He would often lock the door and place the key ducked in the room where he slept. And this worked for a little while, until one night he was awoken to the sound of knocking on the door, and he opened the door and there was police and there was Eleanor in her nightgown. Everybody was very confused because the key was in the bedroom door, but he had not unlocked it, and Eleanor didn't know where he kept it as she slept. Eleanor often had premonitions that would come true, and it became so frequent that the rest of her family believed her wholeheartedly anytime she told them that something bad was going to happen. Sometimes when there were plans, Eleanor would look at a family member and say, "No, I see a dark cloud over your head," and that family member would then stay home because they believed her that much. Sandy said that as a child, Eleanor read her tea leaves one time and she was shocked, and that's what made her really believe that she had abilities, because Eleanor knew things about her, secrets that she had kept that nobody else in her family knew. Eleanor also read Sandy's father's cards after he returned from Vietnam, but upon looking at the tea leaves, she turned the cup over and said, "I'm not going to do this." Eleanor read Sandy's mom's tea leaves, and she looked at her and said, "You're going to come into money, but the circumstances coming into that money are not going to be good." Later, Sandy's brother, who was 19, was tragically struck by a train and passed. He was only 19, but he had been in the military, and his life insurance policy was substantial. Her father eventually passed away at the age of 61 from leukemia. Sandy says that all of these stories aren't even really the strangest stories about Eleanor, and the real story starts when Eleanor was 36. All of the rest of the information was just sort of a preface so you could understand her a little bit more. When she was 36, Eleanor went to a theater with a friend, and she sat behind a woman who had large, dangly flower earrings. And Eleanor could not stop looking at this woman, and as they were watching the movie, the woman turned and looked back at her a few times. When the movie ended, Eleanor and her friend were walking out of the theater when she felt someone tap her on the shoulder. She turned around and it was that woman, and that woman says, "Eleanor?" And Eleanor did not know this woman, had never seen this woman, had never met this woman before. But the woman says, "It's okay, don't try to place where you know me. You don't actually know me. I was sent to warn you." Eleanor says, "Warn me about what?" And she says, "Step to the side, let me talk to you." And she pulls Eleanor away from her friend, and she tells Eleanor 3 things to verify she truly was sent for Eleanor. And these 3 things were apparently things that only Eleanor knew. Secrets and things from her childhood that nobody else who didn't know her wouldn't be able to verify. And she says, "I know you have gifts, and there is a spiritual war going on right now." She says, "Both the sides of good and evil are fighting for the souls of the gifted people here." She says, "You're one of these people, and the evil side will try to get to you. And the way that they do this is by trying to shake your faith. They're going to target your family, and they're going to make horrible things happen to you that will make you question what side you want to be on." She said, "I need you to listen to me and remember to stay on the side of good." That's all Sandy knows about the movie theater experience and about the conversation that happened. She does not know about the 3 specific things this woman said to make Eleanor believe her, but she did say that neither her grandmother nor her siblings exhibited any signs of having these gifts. Fast forward to the 1980s, okay? Sandy's alive, she's well, she's a little kid, she's having a sleepover with one of her friends, and her father calls, and he's on his way home from work, and he says, "Do you guys want Burger King?" And of course they did, and so they tell their mom, and their mom gives him the order over the phone, and 2 hours pass when their father finally rolls in. When he walks in, he is pale as a ghost. He looks shocked. He places the bags down on the counter. He walks over to the couch and puts his head in his hands. And Sandy's mom runs over and she goes, "What happened? You don't look right, you know?" And he says, "You would not believe what just happened to me at that Burger King." He starts to tell them all the story about what he just experienced. He says he left work with one of his employees who also happened to be a pastor at a local church. Their plan was to go to Burger King, grab some food, sit down, talk about work, and then he was going to bring food home to his family. After Sandy's dad ordered his food for him and his employee, they're sitting there, they're talking, and an older man walks up to the table, looks at Sandy's dad, and he says, "Frank," which is Sandy's dad's name, and he looks at him, and he's trying to place where he knows him from. The man tells him the same thing that that woman in the theater had told his grandmother, Eleanor. He says, "You don't know me, don't try to place me, I was sent here to warn you." Says, "Can we talk in private?" And he pulls him off to the side away from his employee, and they're standing there. And this man says, "Listen, I know you probably won't believe me, but I'm going to tell you 3 things about your life to verify that I was sent here for you." And he starts rattling off things from Frank's childhood that nobody would know. Andy says she also does not know what these 3 things were that this man told her father in order to convince him. But the man says, "It's important that I talk to you because we have been trying to warn your ancestors for generations. You need to know that there is a battle between good and evil, and the evil side is vying for your family's souls." He said, "It's important to me that you listen to me and you understand to always choose the side of good." And that's when Frank's employee walks up and all of a sudden interrupts the conversation. And he says, "I don't think this is a good encounter. I don't know what it is about this man, but I'm not getting a good feeling." And that's when this man supposedly literally just disappears. One moment, Frank and his employee were talking to each other. They look back, the man is gone. There were no doors that he could have exited. Frank, for a second, thinks he's going crazy, and he looks at his employee, the pastor, and he says, "Did you just see that man, or was I just standing here talking to myself?" And the pastor is just as confused. He's like, "We were just talking to that man." The experience apparently rattled them both up, and that's why her dad was 2 hours late that night bringing home the food. And he says what's also interesting about this encounter was that her father was also 36 years old, the same age as Eleanor, when this encounter took place. He says that she and her siblings are all in their 40s and 50s now, and none of them have had any experiences of strangers coming up to them to warn them about the battle between good and evil. However, she says she does have children that are in their early 30s, quickly approaching 36, and she is terrified at the thought of someone approaching any of her children. That said, she said she is also intrigued. Now, she does say that she prays over her children, and she's not questioning whether the war between good and evil is real. She just hopes that her family's on the right side of it. One more quick thing she wanted to know that she thought may be related is that both she and her father were born with 6 toes on their right foot, and she says if you look into the fallen angels, they supposedly had 6 fingers and 6 toes. That, of course, that might be a coincidence, but she is intrigued and interested in her family's relation to perhaps an ancient bloodline. Said, "I'm sharing this anonymously. All of the names have been changed because she's curious if anyone out there has similar family generational experiences or stories like this." Said, "I don't really need anyone to validate me. I know that these stories are real in my family, and I don't know what's out there watching us or why. Said she's always wanted to talk more about these things with others, but she feels like people would think that she's crazy. So maybe hearing other people's experiences or stories that are similar to this would give her the courage to do so. Let her know your thoughts. If you have a spooky, scary story that you think nobody else would believe, send it in. We'd love to hear it.
That is so okay. I was there for that story time. I absolutely believe in generational curses. I've had lots of conversations with different people who believe that their family has been affected by these, but never ever heard a story like this. I loved this story. I hope you guys did too. Let me know. Wow, that was really interesting.
They had a Super Bowl commercial during the Super Bowl promoting this movie Disclosure Day, and I think that they was trying to tell us something.
Are they people? Do you think there could be others? People have a right to know the truth. What are you gonna do? Full disclosure to the whole world, all at once. If you do this, there's no one doing it. There will be no other day like tomorrow.
Basically insinuating the disclosure of these aliens. And don't y'all find it crazy timing-wise on how everything else that's been hidden behind closed doors is now being revealed? Like the Epstein files, what Diddy was doing. I guess the only thing left to be disclosed is the fucking aliens. Or these different beings that people have been talking to since the beginning of fucking time. Yeah, that's a conversation that y'all not ready for. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments on what y'all think about this new movie Disclosure that's about to come. And is y'all going to see it? Like or follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. So they have
Yes, I am going to see it. Like, I had not seen a preview. I try not to watch previews too much, but oh my gosh, I'm definitely going to see that movie. What about you? Are you going to go see it? Sometimes I wait and not go to the theater and rent it at home, but I think I'm going to go to the theater for that one. What is that? What is that?
Girl, check it out, family. A fisherman off the coast of Norwegian caught this giant serpent on camera, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this shit. But y'all said the Leviathan has awakened. Probably
Is it
true.
a serpent?
I don't know, but 2026, a lot of stuff is popping. But on Funnel Grade, shit is crazy.
I don't know.
So does anybody else find it very much suspicious that as soon as the states decided to leave and remove themselves from the WHO, the World Health Org, all of a sudden all of these other countries are quite literally coming out, popping out with different cures, saying that all of a sudden within a matter of a couple days, weeks, all of these different places are like, oh yeah, we have a cure for this cancer, we have a cure for this cancer. How crazy is that? And then it makes me think back to just a couple years ago where they were throwing this jab in everybody's faces, making it mandatory. Quite literally from the military to certain positions, you had to get it. In fact, in order for you to travel, you had to quarantine this, that, and the third, right? Because they cared so much about you, you had to get a jab. You had to not just get one jab, 2 jabs and a couple boosters, okay? And it just kept going on and on. Then there was a whole monkey situation that was going on. But then I think, and I'm like, but then when it comes to insulin, there's nothing free, but they care about you. When it comes to the big C, there's no free chemo, but they care about you. When it comes to, you know, allergies, when it comes to needing an EpiPen, they care about you, but none of that is free. Quite literally, people have lost insurance. Like, their insurance has lapsed and they've lost lives based on the fact that they can't get access to certain, yet they care about you. And now, all of a sudden, ever since the states have decided to leave the WHO, you see all of these different countries just popping out as if it's some huge miracle. No, it was never a miracle. It was all about a pipeline. It's always been about the money. And now things are showing themselves. Like, disclosure is happening left and right. And you can't even ignore it. So, more to come. Because every day is something else. But let me know what you guys think about this. Per usual, this is all alleged. I cannot confirm or deny any of this information. These are just my personal opinions, but I definitely implore you to do your research. If you don't know what I'm talking about, save this video, go look into it, come back, share your thoughts, like, follow, stay for some more tea. Okay, so
I also think that there are a lot of cures for things that they claim not to have. Or, like if you have a cure for something, then you no longer need funding for research. Could that be why? I don't know. Just throwing that out there. Probably amongst a million other reasons, right? But interesting on that one.
Principal and his graduating class of what I'm assuming is a small Christian school is rehearsing graduation. Now they're taping the rehearsal when something really strange happens. Just watch.
Broken ankles the night before graduation. So then we're going to talk about individual accomplishments a little bit, and we'll move you off to the side before you other stuff starts. But just an air pressure, or was that a friendly ghost, Mr. Baker? Thank you, sir.
Those doors are
The principal
heavy.
even jokingly said, was that air pressure or was that a little friendly ghost? But the auditorium doors swing open and then the light starts flickering on and off outside. Now, all in all, they ignore this, continue their rehearsal, but this happens not once, but twice. Watch.
You guys have taken leadership. Everybody, if you give us their
Run.
Run. We must have an open door somewhere else in the building. Blowing that open.
Now again, the principal blows it off its air pressure. They continue practicing their rehearsals. A few students make it across the stage. Now pay attention to the second student with the glasses. Because he goes, he stands in his position. The next student comes across, but watch.
Yes.
Oh no. I said run.
The second student's cap flies off of his head. And not just that, the camera glitches out and freezes. Now, are we going to chalk all of this up to coincidence? Or is this Christian school haunted? A principal and his graduating class of what I'm assuming.
Okay, the doors? Yeah, no. That's the start. But something touches you, like, I am gone, I'm so gone. Something like how that kid was so calm. Oh wow. The energy when more people are there, maybe there will be a follow-up to this one. More people, more energy, maybe this thing will go a little bit more crazy. I don't know. I hope not, but wow.
I am unstoppable. No. Unstable. That's the one. I am unstoppable. No. Unstable. That's the one.
I mean, I feel like that is me all the time. I think he hit that one on the head there.
This is how you do not plan a freaking date.
Wow, with that energy, it sounds like a horror story. I can't wait to hear it.
I am here, gonna show you with receipts.
And you brought receipts? This is gonna be so good. I can't wait.
I had been on one date with this man. I think this guy is great. I had such a nice time with him. We had so much fun. We had a lot in common. I could not wait to go on a second date with him.
Ooh, I'm invested. You went out with him, enjoyed it. You told your girlies you were excited to go out with him, couldn't wait to see him again. He must have ruined this.
A week or so later, he finally texts me and is like, hey, are you free Sunday for brunch? I'm like, yeah, great.
Hey, good for you. You were excited to go out with him again, and now you've got plans to do brunch on Sunday. Like, what could have gone wrong?
I love brunch.
That Saturday night, he sends me this text, are you still up for brunch?
Good for him. So he's solidifying the plans that he made with you earlier in the week for brunch on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm still up for brunch.
Your energy shifted. You don't seem very happy that he's trying to solidify the plans that he made with you earlier in the week about Sunday. Am I reading this wrong?
Right.
I could come your way if you know a good spot.
I like this guy. He's asking if there's a place near you so that you don't have to travel as far, and he's going to also make sure that you enjoy the food at the place where you're going to go for brunch. Smooth tactics, man.
Yeah. What is wrong with her? What's happening?
Okay, let me do the heavy lifting for you, buddy.
Oh, stop.
What? Huh?
So I give him a list of these places.
Perfect. Now he knows there is food near you that you like. All right.
He says, oh, the Dutch eye. Not even sure what that means.
I read that differently. I read, oh, the Dutch, like this place is fire. And if you didn't understand him, why didn't you just say that to him?
So then that morning, I get a text from him, howdy, how does two sound?
Okay, so he's still just trying to solidify the plans that he made with you earlier in the week.
I never heard back from him the night before.
Hold up. What do you mean you didn't hear back from him? The last thing that was texted the night before was him saying, ooh, the Dutch, you're the one showing the receipts. You left him on read.
So what do I say? Oh, when I didn't hear back last night about a reservation or anything concrete, I made plans for this afternoon.
Oh, stop.
Wait, what? Huh?
He followed through all week.
You cannot, for a second date, try and make plans the morning of.
He didn't. Your whole entire story and your receipts show that he didn't try just the morning of. Like you said, he texted earlier in the week, and then on Saturday, he tried to solidify. You left him on read, and so he's texting you Sunday morning.
Wow.
What?
And so what is his response? Okay, cool.
Like, what do you want from him? Oh my god.
My response there. Okay,
Bye.
cool.
He, I think, got the point.
He for sure got the point. I don't think you do, though.
No.
I love this story.
You missed out is what happened. Sorry.
Did he, though? Like, wow.
I think he's good.
I do,
This
too.
is how you do not plan.
Even without the guy, the stitch, if that's what they call it, I would have still been on the guy's side who had messaged, like, the follow through. I don't understand. I just, my brain doesn't work that way, so I don't understand, but it makes me wonder when women are like, I can never get a date or things don't work out, but do they not work out? Like, I cannot see her point of view on that. Like, it doesn't exist. So I don't know. Maybe she'll just be one of those people who have a lot of first dates. I don't know.
Oh, it's because we told him to go around.
Excuse me, sir, but this is a Wendy's, I say, unironically, because this is literally at a Wendy's. I don't know exactly where this happened. I'm going to find out more details, but I wanted to go ahead and make this. According to the descriptions on the video, this guy came to pick up an online order, like from Uber. And I'm guessing it wasn't ready or to his satisfaction.
So what?
And they referred to him as being like coked up. The behavior seems to indicate. But it first started with him outside of the drive-thru, just laying on the horn like this.
Oh, what a dink. You're Ubering and you have a lit. Wait, what? You can't have people's food in a car like that. What a loser.
Come on, no, deadass, come on. You're gonna talk though. Just be like 1 second. 1 second.
Like, why would you have people's food in your car? It's not like an ashtray.
No, close it. Shut up. Hello?
What's that? Racist and homophobic slurs? The old white boy 1-2 punch? Oh, but of course he didn't stop there. He drives away next, and they thought for a moment perhaps he was going to leave. And then...
well, he just left. Oh, he's swerving around. What kind of car is it?
The old Toyota, Camry, Honda, something.
Car. He just got off. No, he's trying to come inside when we're closed inside. Oh, he's coming to the drive-thru. Don't open it. Don't open it.
Don't open it. Don't open it.
What's up? Come outside, pussy. You're a pussy. You're a pussy. Come outside.
The red car is like
He's
out.
banging at the window. He's calling.
Dude, you're such a loser.
I don't think so. Oh, it's because we told him to go around.
Pussy ass bitches, what? What the fuck you gonna do?
He just broke the...
Exactly. You fucking think I'm not fucking around? Yeah, look at this pussy ass bitch running away. I thought you were so fucking cool.
He just broke the Wendy's window.
Fuck yeah, I did.
My brother in Christ, what are you doing? What did you think you were accomplishing by doing this? Oh, look, an update, because between me recording that and posting it, he had been arrested. I'll give Donish credit here for posting this picture of his actual arrest from this incident, and then looking him up, I found, yeah, this is an ongoing problem for Keith. This was in 2014. We got, let's see, aggravated assault, serious physical injury, and damage or defacing of property. And then 2024, resisting arrest, threats, assault with intent or reckless. Yeah, this is an ongoing problem for Keith. Keith has a problem. Apparently, he just pulled up to the drive-thru and just kept saying, Uber, Uber. And they were like, what's the name? And he's like, Uber, Uber. And then he pulled around. They're like, what's the name on the order? And he's like, oh. And he told them the name. They're like, well, it's almost ready. You just have to park. And then he just wouldn't leave, and the horn honking and all that.
Wow.
Like, bro, I don't know what you're on, but you need to make better life decisions.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
for
because
real.
we told him to go around.
That guy was not going to have a job for long anyway. I mean, you're smoking in the car. So, I mean, if he smokes and that's your job, step out of your car and smoke. I, for one, would have reported if my food came delivered smelling like an ashtray. Like, F off. If I don't smoke, why should my food or anything else be contaminated with that stink? But oh my gosh, winning in life, Keith. Yeah, you sure sure are. I can't even.
Neuroscientists just testified before the US Senate and revealed that Gen Z has become the first generation in recorded history to score lower than their parents on an IQ test. Dude, this is actually insane right now. This neuroscientist just went before the US Senate and presented this data. The data is showing that Gen Z has recorded the lowest levels of cognitive development since the records began in the late 1800s. This not only means lower IQ scores, but lower memory, lower reading ability, and lower focus. And this isn't some random internet study, by the way. A massive study of over 730,000 people found a drop of roughly 7 IQ points per generation. Okay. And by the way, they're saying that this decline happened even between siblings raised in the same household, which means that it is not genetics, it is environmental. He's currently saying that the main cause is digital technology in schools. He presented a 6-decade trend showing that once countries adopt screens in classrooms, performance drops all across the board. Countries like Denmark have actually already started banning screens entirely in classrooms, and experts are now calling this a societal emergency. A neuroscientist just testified before the US.
Is anybody really shocked or surprised? Like when we were growing up, you had to get your information from encyclopedias, from dictionaries, and the hours and amount of time you put in looking something up or having to do a project, you remembered that. Like you put time into that. Now it's quick, it's a screen. Like, yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I mean, crazy. Everything is at your fingertips. And like, does anybody know somebody else's phone number off the top of your head? Like you had to growing up, right? I don't know anybody's number. It's saved in my phone. Like, I know my number. I don't know anybody else's number. We had to store that information. Like you put time into it, you had to remember. You don't need to remember anything because you forget. You look it up in a second.
What is he doing?
Lexapro's killing it with their commercial.
Like what?
If he wants you, he'll chase you. This is what they mean when they say start romanticizing your life. I love when they support us by adding lights to our concerts. Are you like gonna pull over? Me running away from my problems. Round of applause for Lexapro. Did I say round of applause for Lexapro?
Welcome to my life.
She finally pulls over and she says, hold on, I gotta upload this first. He said, it's not a party without lights. Ma'am, why is this search? What is Lexapro used for? I know a Lexapro baddie when I see one. Hi. I know the start of a manic episode when I see one. This is my type, and that's why I'm single at 29. You on mood stabilizers, ain't you? I'm on those too.
All right, you guys, I am going to end it there. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope everybody is having a fantastic day. And again, let me know about Pictionary if you would enjoy it to do a live here. I do the lives anyway, but I thought, you know what? Hey, like, more people here that I know and interact with than over on TikTok. So it might be a really good time. And I think it would be. All right, you guys, do not forget to question everything. And until next time, stay safe.